Saturday marks 4 years since the murder of George Floyd. You might remember police were attempting to arrest Floyd outside of a store when an officer held his knee on Floyd's neck for nearly 10 minutes. The killing was caught on camera. Floyd's murder sent shockwaves across the country, and that outrage spread internationally, prompting widespread civil rights protests around the world. A memorial ceremony is being held today in Minneapolis to celebrate his life. The event comes just one day after Congress reintroduced the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act.
We want this law to be passed. We've been fighting for this same law for 2020 since my brother was murdered. That day after the funeral, I had to come here and speak in Congress. Nothing has been passed. If we can't pass a law to stop what's going on in America, how can we get the chance to be able to live without being in fear for the rest of our lives?
Let's bring in DeRay Mckesson. He's the executive director of Campaign Zero, a social justice organization. DeRay, good to see you again. You know, in just the last year, we have seen diversity, equity, and inclusion programs really being eroded. They're being made illegal even in some places. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has led a conservative push to ban so-called critical race theory in schools. It's debatable whether critical race theory is even in schools. In Virginia, we're seeing some school districts rename schools after Confederate soldiers. Has the pendulum swung the other way here on diversity in the U.S.?
So maybe on diversity initiatives, but remember the police killed George Floyd, and there's been a lot of progress since 2020. So we think about over 20 states have passed more restrictive laws around use of force. That is unprecedented. It's the single biggest reduction of the power of the police in American history in over 300 cities. And then after the killing of Breonna Taylor, we saw the first ever restrictions put on raids to people's homes. The first one was in Louisville, and then followed up by a host of states, notably Maryland having one of the best state laws, and then Minneapolis having the most restrictive raid law in a city in the United States. So there is some scale back on the DEI initiatives, but there is progress being made with regard to police accountability.
I mean, when you mention those, it's really on like the state and local level. Of course, the Justice in Policing Act will make it more federal. So I want your thoughts on that, and also thoughts on the defund the police message that really came to the forefront at the start of this movement. Do you think that narrative sort of overshadowed what was trying to be done?
Yeah, so the good news is that there are 18,000 police departments, and they are controlled by mayors and governors mostly. So the federal government, we want the Justice and Policing Act to pass. But remember that the largest federal agency is Border Patrol. It's 30-ish thousand officers. So if the federal government passes something, it'll apply to those officers. It won't really impact cities and states.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I didn't realize that. So thank you very much for that distinction. And then your thoughts on sort of the defund the police movement. It's sort of lost a little bit of steam recently, but do you think that sort of narrative overshadowed anything?
Yeah, so I think that language didn't work for a lot of people, but the idea did. That the idea that we spend more money on policing than almost everything else, when we talk to people in communities, that idea is something that they're like, hey, we should do something else. You think about New York City, almost $1 billion spent on the police, especially when you think about the settlements that happen in New York City. They are not even funding full day 3K anymore. You know, kids don't have access to resources that they had a couple years ago simply because we are funding the police with overtime and things that are at a historic rate. So the language might have been clunky for a lot of people, but the idea remains really solid. And like I said, our preliminary data is suggesting that we're seeing a decrease in police killings in cities, but it might be rising in the suburbs and in rural communities. But there has been change, and that is a hopeful message.
So I appreciate that. And I want to also end on sort of areas that you think you want to still see movement. What's at the forefront of your mind?
Yeah, so I think about the police unions as one of the biggest areas that we got to change. The police union contracts are really holding back any form of accountability. The Detroit contract says that if an officer is convicted of domestic abuse, they can't be immediately terminated. There are cities like Portland where the contract says the officer has to be disciplined in a way that is not embarrassing to the officer or the public. What does that even mean? So there are a lot of procedural things and clauses that restrict even the best mayors and best city councils from any accountability, and we have to focus on it.
DeRay Mckesson, thank you so much for coming on. Appreciate your time.
Good to be here.